Hi everybody, it's Patchett at Parnassus Books, and it's Friday, and if you haven't read this, it's new to you. Have you read Sally Mann's memoir, Hold Still? Such an amazing book. Sally Mann, of course, very famous American photographer, and this is the story of her life from earliest childhood in Virginia to the present. It's about her family, it's about making art. It's one of those crazy, crazy things where the person who is really brilliant in one art form turns out to be brilliant in another art form, because I can hardly think of another memoir that is as well written and engaging as this one. So the other thing about it, though, is it's so much about how to make art, and I found it to be so much about writing. Okay, so there are lots of wonderful books. If you want to be a writer, you will read Anne Lamont's Bird on Birds. You'll read Bird by Bird. You will read Stephen King's On Writing, but you might not think to read Hold Still if you want to be a writer. And sometimes the very best information about one art is written up about another art. There's a line in this book in which Sally says the hardest part of making a photograph is lifting the camera to my face. I think about that every single day. The hardest part about writing is actually sitting down at my desk and doing the work. So if you want to be inspired by photography and learn more about writing, and you also just want to read a fantastic book, I highly recommend this. Now, here's a little side note that I love. So I know Sally, and when she wrote this book, she sent it to me as a pile of paper, and she didn't have a title. And I was reading it, set in Virginia. I'm reading it, and I'm thinking, you know what would be a great title for this book, this memoir, is Commonwealth. And so I got home and I emailed her and I said, I love the book. It's unbelievable. And there's such unbelievable things that happen in this story. I said, I think that you should call it Commonwealth because of Virginia, but then the whole concept of the larger community. And she was like, I love that. That's such a great title. And she said, I'm going to call my editor. And her editor called back and said, I think it's a really great title, but it's a fiction title. It's not a nonfiction title. So it's not going to work for your memoir. She wound up calling the memoir Hold Still, which is a much better title. But Commonwealth was available, and I had just started a new novel. And so I called it Commonwealth, and that's why. Thanks, Sally, for not taking the title. Thanks so much.